you're around people and you smell them 24 hours a day. Well, I'll have to go into ship life a little bit later, but I mean, you know, when you're eyeball to elbow and the guy stinks, getting you in trouble, and you have somebody to blame, you always blame that guy next to you, not realizing we're all getting each other in trouble. But want to blame, oh my God, why can't you go faster? Why can't you shoot right? Why didn't you field day right? By the way, field day is every Thursday. I hate field day. I hate field days.
Yeah.
You clean every field day. I think you had field day, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Did you use turtle wax on your floor?
We had to search and iron our sheets.
That sucks.
So we had, but yeah, like you said, like even looking back at the guys that pissed you off when you were in, you look back and they're like funny memories. Like we had this massacre, and this guy was, I mean, he's mean. He's sitting in a radio tower with him. We had turned around, he's eating an orange rind and everything, and just staring out the window. Master, you okay? You know you're supposed to peel the orange. Like, the nutrients are in the peel. And just keeps in, you're like, all right, keep going, buddy. Like stuff like that. He was a mean guy. But like looking back, I'm like, that was hilarious, you know. And I did definitely, when I grown up, I didn't get along with my family super well. I was definitely made a lot of discourse happen between my siblings and my parents. So when I got out, the bond was strengthened. Whenever I came home, you know, just being away, we were able to rebuild those relationships, and now we're all very, very close. I don't want to say because I was gone, but partially because I was gone.
You remind me when you said that, Master Sergeant. You guys remember what the movie Friday was? And Next Friday and Friday After Next?
Yeah.
You remember Debo on the Friday, the very first one? Really big guy, shaved head, went around beating everybody up, just huge. We had one of these days, I hope I can get a couple of my guys on my company, but we had a guy by the name Staff Sergeant Stewart. We had a Debo. This dude was scary as heck, nothing but solid muscle, and he was a drill instructor, came off the field when we got into the fleet, and he really was a Debo, so he got nicknamed Debo. Probably the nicest guy in the world, but we were terrified of this guy, because he looked exactly like, all you had to do was put the overalls on him. He'd be a spitting image of that guy, Debo. I think it was the guy off of, remember with Hulk Hogan that had that movie where he went in and wrestled this big guy. That was Debo. It was an old movie, but the guy like knew no pain. The guy couldn't be beaten.
Yeah.
And Hulk Hogan, yeah, that was Debo. That was another role he played. I can't think of the movie now. So what about you? Let's go over to Luke here, and your thoughts now on that stuff.
I don't know. I missed my family when I first got in, but then you know, Marines I was with, you know, formed another family, and you know, got out. You know, I missed them, but my brother and I we're still really tight, because my brother was in the Army. He flew OH-58s in Desert Storm. We were 25 miles apart at one time. We both served over there. So, and I still kid him about flying in his hair. So, oh, he wears the aviator sunglasses. His hair is nicely combed and that, just like a pilot would.
All right. Let me close with the last two questions, and I think they're kind of important. And I think it goes towards pros and cons. We're in a day and age right now to where, you know, we have all the help in the world we need and everything else. I mean, if you could look back on your former self, and if you ever went through depression or something, or even the positive stuff, first off, is there anything that you would have changed differently on your approach? And second, what would you tell some of these guys that are getting out, they're out or going in, you know, to try to convince them that what they're doing is important? That, you know, I don't know how exactly to word this question, because I didn't think too much of it except till right now, you know, because we know right now we have the PTSD, and we know that we've had a group of people have committed suicide. Glenn Myers is one of them.
Yeah.
And, you know, we can't glorify suicide, and we cannot sit there and give awards for people committing suicide, because we all know it's a cowardly act. But we also know that guys are going through a lot. Go with whatever pops in your head on answering whatever kind of question I just threw out there at you, and we'll start with Luke. Give me a couple goods and a couple cons, and then give me maybe some ideas on a solution, and then Nathan will go over to you with it. And I know that's not really a question, but maybe you can understand what I'm trying to say here. Because there's a lot of military out there, it doesn't matter what branch, they are going through issues. They are taking all those medications. They are looking at all the negative stuff on TV nowadays. They are not getting out and about. I mean, give me some pros, give me some cons, give me some solutions.
Well, you get out, you gotta.
You think as a Marine we should swim across the lake to help him?
I don't know.
I think he's okay. He just slipped, I think.
Well, I think the other little kid in the shirt, the one without the shirt, he did something to him.
Oh, there comes Mom. Okay. Anyway, back to what we're doing. Sorry about that. We heard a kid crying, and all of us were like, is he okay? But the mom's coming. I don't see no blood or any broken anything. So
I don't know what he did.
He just slipped.
Wasn't watching. Well, you got to keep a positive attitude when you get out. You got to think, hey, I'm gonna go home, get a job. Unless you got married while you were in the service, you need to go home. Find a place for your family. And think positive. You got to keep that positive attitude going, because you got people that depend on you, and you depend on yourself too. You get depressed. Some people can get out of it. Other people can't.
Right.
And then I don't know really. Can't really think of anything. I mean, if you get into depression, it's hard to get out.
So give me some positives then of your experiences, and give me some positives, things that you've done that just made your life like, wow, I'm really glad I did this. This is freaking awesome. Besides meeting me, which we all know you both that was your highlight of your entire lives, right? We all know we can never get away from Jeff and everything I do, but I mean,
probably coming back home, starting family up back here, and just trying to live life, try to experience some new things every now and then, and just think about.
I do have one more question, and I just thought of it. If you did not join the military, how much different do you think your life would be? Do you think it kept you doing what you do best?
Yeah, I would. I don't know what I would have done had I not joined. I mean, I may have joined maybe a couple years later, but right off, I really didn't have. There wasn't really anything here in Quincy really decent to do at that time in the late 70s. There was a couple of manufacturing locations that were probably could have got started into, and if I stayed with them, would have been something. But Quincy wasn't really doing it. It was starting to die, and I figured, didn't want to burden my parents with college, having to pay back college funds, so I went to the military.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Nathan, your turn, buddy. So, you remember everything we just said, or
Yeah.
you over there kind of forgot everything because you're staring off
Yeah.
into space? Because Jeff's like, okay, man, he just keeps going on.
Yeah, for the people going in, people in, and people getting out, the community you build doesn't go away. You can let it go away, but it doesn't really. It's always there. The friends you make, they may not physically be there, but you can always reconnect with them. Like, that community you build is always going to be there. And secondly, when you get out, like, really surround yourself by positive people. That makes a huge difference. I definitely pulled into a shell when I got out. I formed a shell over myself when I got out. And I did the same thing Jeff was talking about. I slunked off by myself, and I drank, and I did all kinds of things. You surround yourself by people that lift you up, and it will help you immensely. It really does make a huge difference. Surrounding yourself with people who are positive and want to see you do better in life. They'll push you, and you'll become that person to someone else.
So what about you? If you didn't join the military, where would you be today?
I was a troublemaker before the military, so the military definitely put me on the correct path, because I was not going down a good path. So without the military, I have no idea where I'd be. I'm very glad I went in, because it definitely taught me a lot that I use in life today. And we were just talking about patience earlier, like needing to sit there for hours for no reason. I mean, as irritating as I was, man, like lying at the DMV, that doesn't bug me. I'm like, whatever, I've done worse. I have stuff to read here at least.
Ooh, yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely glad I went in.
All right.
That was the thing. And I don't know where I'd be if I hadn't done it.
Yeah. Well, gentlemen, I appreciate you guys' time and everything else, and I know that you guys got places to be, and we're going to do this now. If I do these a couple more times, you guys are more than welcome when we come out, and I'll tell you guys when we're going to do them again. I'm going to have a couple Army, and we're going to keep doing this and talk to different guys, but the more people we get, it's kind of like a round table. We just talk about whatever, because I think that's kind of the thing it is, and if people want to watch, they can. If they don't, who cares?
Yeah.
Because I think that there's a lot of people out there just want to know there's other people just like them. There's, So, but anyway, I appreciate you guys coming out today, and I hope you guys have a good time. You need to get back to doing whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
Nathan, you got to go back to your bed and sleep, and I will turn off all these other ones, and I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff. Thanks, Luke.
If it still is recording. Arr! Oh, it says reconnecting, so.
Oh, boy. See you later.
This one might be the only one that got everything. Bye, guys. Oh, that one quit recording, too. I have the one in the middle going, though. We're good. I love these guys. These guys are great. Hey, Jesus, give me a call when you get this. Bye.